to explain something to us very quickly before I move ahead. Now, to get this block, okay, to get this block, how did I come about this block? Now, to get the width of this block, you need your bust circumference divided by 2 plus 2. Your bust circumference divided by 2 plus 2, that's from this end to this other end. Your bust circumference from this end to this other end, this end to this other end. Your bust circumference divided by 2 plus 2. Now, when you do that, to get the length of this block is your front length or your half length. Your front length or your half length, okay, for this and this, for this and this as well. Now, when you're done, when you get this line, you divide what you have here to get this center line, okay, to get the center line. Hello, welcome back to my channel. For all our already subscribers and for our new subscribers, you're welcome. My name is Elizabeth. Please don't forget to subscribe, don't forget to like, don't forget to share our videos. And in this video today, I'll be showing you how to draft your basic bodice block, for any female, okay, for any woman and for any lady. The measurements that is required for this basic bodice block is the shoulder measurement, your bust circumference, your front length measurement, your back length measurement, your bust point measurement, and your bust span measurement. You need your waist circumference as well, okay? And we'll just go straight into drafting. And for this, for this particular figure I'm working with a shoulder of 15.5. I'm just going to go ahead. I'm going to pick this point as my front and this part as my back, okay? And I'm just going to impute the shoulder measurement 15.5 divided by 2, 15.5. Just fold my tape like this and mark 15.5 by 2 is 7.75, okay? And I would mark, okay? I'll come also to the front and do the same thing. I'll just mark this like so. And now the next thing I want to do is to get my neck, the neck I'm going to be working with is 3 by 3 for the front, 3 by 3, okay, 3 by 3, 3 by 3. And if this is too small for you, you can work with your own custom made neckline. And how do you get your custom made neckline? You divide your bust by 12, okay? Divide your bust circumference by 12. And I'm just going to, impute my curve like this. Or you can just come down like so, and from this point diagonally just mark your curve like that and connect, okay? Connect it like this. All right, now come to the back and do the same thing. Now for the back it is 3 by 1, okay? 3 on the shoulder line by 1 inches. I just come with my curve rule and connect it like this. Connect it like this. And for my shoulder slope, come down from the shoulder point at the back, you come down by 1 inches, and for the front you come down by 1.5. Come down by 1.5, okay? I'm just going to come back here to cross check if this tallies with my shoulder measurement. Yes, it does. I'll check the same thing for the front. Yes, it does. And I will connect a slanted line like this, okay? A slanted line like this. And I'll do the same thing for the front, okay, like this. Now the next thing I want to do is to get my chest line. And to get our chest line, you divide your bust circumference by 6 the bust I'm working with is 38 divided by 6 plus 1.5 plus 1.5, okay, and I have 7.8 plus 1.5, I have 7.8. I'm going to add 1 to that. Okay, now so the formula is your bust circumference divided by 6 plus 1.5 plus 1, okay, and what I have is 8.8. okay, so I'm going to mark from my shoulder line. I'm going to mark 8.8 like this. 8.8. 8.8. 8.8, and I'm going to rule my line across like so. I'm going to roll like this, mark across like so. Now the next thing I want to do, I want to explain something to us very quickly before I move ahead. Now to get this block, okay, to get this block, how did I come about this block? Now to get the width of this block, you need your bust circumference divided by 2 plus 2. Your bust circumference divided by 2 plus 2, that's from this end to this other end. Your bust circumference from this end to this other end, this end to this other end, your bust circumference divided by 2 plus 2. Now, when you do that, to get the length of this block is your front length or your half length, okay, for this and this, for this and this as well. Now, when you're done, when you get this line, you divide what you have here to get this center line, okay, to get the center line. Now we move ahead. The next thing we want to do is to impute our shoulder measurement on the chest line. This is our chest line. I'll just write chest line, okay. This is our chest line, and I'm just going to impute the shoulder measurement I am working with. That's 7.75, sorry, 7.75. I'll just impute it, 7.75, okay. That's it. And the next thing we'll do now is to, okay, connect broken lines from this end to this other end, broken lines like so. Because why is it a broken line? Because you won't be using this line, you just need it as a guide to plot your armhole, okay. We need it as a guide to plot the armhole. All right, now that's it. Now the next thing we want to do is to divide this this line, the broken line, now from the shoulder slope. Okay, I'm just going to divide it into 2 equal halves. I'm just going to place my tape like this and fold, okay, to get the center of this like this, okay. Now I've been able to get that, and I come in, you come in by 0.5, come in by 0.5 like that, and connect a slanted line from the shoulder slope or the shoulder tip like that to this point, okay. Now come in with your curve rule. Now before you come in with your curve rule, you want to divide your bust divided by 4, okay. You're going to impute your bust circumference. Now my bust divided by 4 is 9.5, okay, 9.5. So I'm going to impute 9.5 here, 9.5. I'll do the same thing for the front, 9.5, and bring in my curve rule to draw a very good curve, okay. So I'll be drawing the curve, okay. Now to connect the curve, just bring in my curve rule like this and connect like so, okay. And I'll come to the front as well. For the front, I'll just place my my tape, measuring tape on the broken lines like so, and get the midpoint. Okay, get the midpoint and come in by 0.5 as well. Come in by 0.5 and connect a slanted line from the shoulder tip, to this point. Bring in my curve rule. Okay, bring in the curve rule like so and connect like so. Okay, just connect it like this. All right, after I've done that, the next thing you want to do is to impute the bust line measurement. That's from your shoulder to your nipple, shoulder to the nipple point. Now I'm just going to mark that just for the front, only on the front block like this, and the bust line I'm working with is 10.5. I would mark like so. Okay, mark it like so, 10.5. I'll just mark it like that across, and I'll bring in my ruler and connect. Okay, connect it this way, After I've done that, I would impute my bust span measurement for the front, and the bust span we are working with, that's nipple to nipple, is 7.5. 7.5 divided by 2, fold my tape into 2 like this to get it, and I have 3.75. I'll just impute my 3.75 on the waistline, and I'll do the same thing for the bust line. Okay, bust line. So let me label this as the bust line. This is the waistline. This is the chest line. Like I said before, this line here is the shoulder line. Okay, shoulder line. Okay, now that I have done that, I would connect a straight line. Okay, this is the dart line. Now I'm going to create my dart indicators, and to get the dart indicators, you decide how wide you want your dart. I'm going to be using 0.5, that's 10, that's 1 inch, 0.5 to the right, 0.5 to the left. Okay, and I will connect to get my dart indicator. Okay, to get my dart indicator like so. To get my dart indicator like so. Okay, wow. Now that I'm done with that, the next thing I'm going to do is, I talked about the back length. The back length I'm working with, is 13.5, and I will mark it just at the back. Okay, I'll mark it across, only at the back, 13.5. I'll mark it like so, just on the back block. The reason for this is because your front length and your back length is not the same. The difference is your bust. Okay, the difference is the bust, so that you avoid the bulge that you find on your zipper when you fix it, that wavery effect. You need your back length measurement. So if you have not been using your back length measurement, this is the time to start working with your back length measurement. And now this, now for the back, is going to form our waistline. Okay, waistline. So we will not be working with this anymore for the back, just on the back block. We won't be working with this anymore. Okay, now the next thing we want to do for the back is to impute our bust span. And to impute the bust span, that is 3.5 and 3.75. Okay, I'll just come here on the chest line for the back and look out for, I'll just mark this. All right, and come down from that point where I marked by 1 inch, come down by 1 inch. Why am I not using this chest, the chest line? The reason is so that when you hold your dart, it doesn't affect your armhole. Okay, I'm going to come in here and cross check to be sure that it matches up. So now just draw a straight line like this. my dart leg, and then also work with my dart indicators, which is 0.5, 0.5, that's 1 inch. Okay, and I would impute like this. Having done that, I would do my back tightening. Now for a female, well, it depends on what you're making. I'll just do a back tightening of 0.5. Okay, 0.5, and I will connect it straight to the neckline like this. This works especially when you're working with stretchy fabrics. Okay, you can do this when you're working with stretchy fabrics. Do a back tightening like this of 0.5. Now it is time to impute our waist circumference measurement. And now the waist we are working with, the waist circumference we are working with is 32. 32 is 8. All right, now I'm going to be measuring the 8. Now the 8 is going to be from the back tightening, not from the center back line. Okay, but if you're not going to have, now this center, the back tightening affords you to have a fitted back. Okay, now if you have this, if you're working with this line, it means that you're not going to have a joining at the back. You can work with this, but if you're going to have a joining at the back, you're going to work with the back tightening line. So I'm going to measure, I'm going to impute my waist circumference measurement. That's the waist divided by 4. Okay, that is what I have is 8. That's 32 divided by 4 is 8, plus the 1 inch that intake, we have 9. All right, we have 9. So I'm going to just go ahead and connect the bust that we worked with, that from the chest line to the waist circumference. I'm just going to connect it like this, just this easy. You can do it. Okay, you can do it. Yes, you can do it. This is not impossible for you. It's something you can do. Now I'm going to impute the same thing. Now the waist circumference which we are working with is 8. Okay, is 8 plus 1 inches. That's for the dart intake, 1 inches like this, and I will connect it all the way. Okay, I'll connect like this. Okay, I'll connect it like that. That's it. Now the next thing you want to do is to impute we're going to have a bust dart, and to have the bust dart, we are going to be using what we have, the leftover. Okay, the leftover from this point to this point is what we are going to be imputing here. For those who are already asking, but this is not going to match with the front, don't worry, it's going to match. By the time we impute the difference we have here, that's the difference between the front length and the back length. That's your front length minus your back length. Whatsoever you have is what you're going to use for your bust dart. And what we have here is 2 inches. Okay, so I'm going to impute that 2 inches from my bust line. Okay, from the bust line, 2 inches, and I'm going to connect it straight to my dart, point. Or you can come in from the dart point by 1 inches, whichever one you prefer. And I'm going to mark like this. I'm going to mark it like this. Okay, now I'm going to also create a dart indicator for the bust dart. I'm just going to come here and get the midpoint like so. Come out from that difference by ½ inch. Come out from that difference by ½ inch, and I'll connect like this. Okay, I'll come here as well and connect it into this point like so. That's to get my dart indicator. Why am I adding this excess? Is because by the time you close this bust dart, it's going to, without this indicator, without this excess, it's going to, your material is going to go inside. Okay, so you need this excess so that it will be fitted and it will blend. Now this is it for the half bodice block. This is how to draft it. Just try and make sure you watch the video over and over again. I would like to see you practice this. I would like you to ask me questions. All right, thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for your patience. If you're yet to subscribe to our channel, please kindly do so, and also check, I'm going to drop links of other videos that we have so that you can go through them, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.